Fart Butts, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Nice to have you, nice to see you. Your face is gorgeous. Your eyeballs are beautiful. Today we're going to look at, or I'm going to show you how I multiplace, because I'm a multiplacer fan. So I just kit up this diamond painting. It's the dragon, or the lamb and the dragon by Diamond Art Club. You can see the little lamb baby right here. I forgot to mention that there's two different types of multiplacers. So I have a whole bunch of multiplacers because I use multiplacers all the time. Sometimes you'll get a multiplacer that looks like this. You can see through it. It's clear-ish, transparent-y. And these ones, if you look at this edge here, this is where your wax would go and your drills would be attached to it. You can tell that it's wide. And then if you look at this multiplacer, so these ones that are white, and actually on the side of them they say how many drills it will hold. So this one is a 6 placer. You can see that it's more narrow than this clear one. Lots of people prefer the white one. I'm one of those people who prefer them just because I find that it's easier to place the drills and to be more precise with them. Some people do like the white ones, but the majority of people I talk to like the clear ones. So if you're finding that you're having trouble with multiplacing and you're using a clear one, I would recommend checking out these ones, the white ones. And you can buy a whole bag of them on AliExpress. This was $2 plus $1 shipping, and there's 13 multiplacers in here of different sizes. Whenever I kit up a new diamond painting, I always replace my wax in my multiplacers because I'm going to be using them. So I have two of my multiplacers here. One is very dirty. Here you go, very dirty. And then this one is just on a regular pen because, I don't know, this one usually I end up breaking these. So it's a 14 placer and this one is a 10 placer. So to kit up using pink wax, or sorry, to load your pen using pink wax, just peel off the coating. And it's funny because I was on Facebook and some girls in the Facebook group were saying that they were trying to use the pink wax but they couldn't get any out of it because they didn't realize that there's a clear cover that comes on your pink wax. So make sure you remove one of the covers. And just to load a multiplacer, all you have to do is kind of just shove it in there. I always hold the base of the pen because it's sturdier that way and there's less of a chance of it snapping. So you can see that the pink wax is in there. Kind of, you can see. And then I'm going to do it from the other side. And I kind of just scrape it. So now we have our pink wax inside of our multiplacer, and then I'm just going to take it along the table here and kind of just scrape it against the table just to get rid of any excess. So that's how to load your multiplacer with just normal pink wax. But I also like using Tack. Look how much of it, and this was only $1 or $2 or something from the dollar store. So what I do if I'm loading a multiplacer using pink tack, I'll take a little ball of it. You don't really need a lot. And then I will kind of make it, so I should do it in frame. I would kind of make it like long. And then what I would do is just put it over the multiplacer. Like that. And then I would take these tweezers, the ones that have like a bend to them, and I'll poke it in there. And you want to get as much of it inside of the multiplacer so that later when you're pushing on your drills it's not super, like there's not a hole for everything to fall into. You can kind of see, like, I don't know if you can see it in this light, but you can kind of see that the pink wax has gone down into the multiplacer itself, and that's what you want. When I'm done that, I'm just going to use my finger and stretch it out. Stretch it. So I have my drills all lined up on here. This is 310 because this painting is going to be a lot of 310, but all I had to do was shake it, and I shake it, I'll just show you. So to get them all lined up, I just shake it at an angle, or I kind of do it all over, and then when I'm like, okay, there's enough drills in each of the lines, I'll shake it at an angle, and you'll see that they all go down here. I like to overfill my trays. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. So I have pre-cut a little section that I'm going to work on. There's a hair on my canvas. And then to use the multiplacer, I kind of just eyeball it so I can see that the majority of this is going to be okay to use this multiplacer just by like lining up the end of the multiplacer with this. Put it down in the drills, press down hard-ish. I'm a hard placer. And then eyeball it and watch it line up. So when I load my multiplacer, I'm actually doing it at an angle. So I'm doing it like at an upwards angle, and I'm pushing the drills together as I load it. And that way you don't have any weird gaps or spacing when you actually lay down the drills. So doing it at an angle, pushing them a little bit together, just very lightly pushing them together, and there you go. Then we're going, one just fell off. Then we're going to take it, put it down, and you can eyeball it as well, so you can actually see when the drills are, where the drills are going to land before you put your multiplacer down. And pushing it again, lined up. If it's not lined up properly, you can do it in the tray and kind of just jiggle it around. And there. And it's the same thing with the pink tack. The pink tack sometimes will like be too sticky, but we'll see what happens. So doing it at an angle again. And there we go. And I'll just kind of eyeball it to see if there's somewhere I can put it down. Like I want to put it down here, but there's one drill too many on the actual multiplacer, so I usually just take my finger and knock off one. And then put it down, and there. And you can technically use your multiplacer for the majority of your painting. Let's see. And if you do have a multiplacer that's like, let's see, what do I have here on my pen? I have a 3-placer. It's getting old. I ordered an everlasting tip 4-placer, so hopefully that will come soon, but here's a 3-placer. If you wanted to, you could technically use the 3-placer as a multiplacer like it's meant to be. So I would just like search on here, okay, here's a 3-part. But also you can pick up one drill if you're like, I don't feel like switching over to the other side of my pen. You can pick up one drill and then put that one drill down in that spot. Or sometimes I like to do this. This will work better with a 4-placer, but I'll leave the middle piece, focus. I'll leave the middle area clear, and then I'll put one drill on each end of the multiplacer, and I'll place it down at an angle. And then I put 2 drills down, or else I would have had to come back into my tray and do more than one little dip. And really you could technically do the, what is it called, the checkerboard with a multiplacer, so I can show you how to do that really quickly. So if you're doing a large area and you're like, I don't want to use a 16-placer, that's scary, or that's just not how I like to do it, you can put here 3 drills down there. So I have 3 drills. So I have 3 drills there, and then I'll put down another 3 without hitting the camera. And then, so I skipped a row, then I'll skip another row, put another 3 down, and then later on after I'm done like a section of them, I'll go in and fill the middle part. So then that's how you know that your drills are all lined up properly, because you're skipping a little area in between your multi-placing rows or columns, and then you just go in and fill them, and then all your drills will line up properly. Also, like, it's really easy with port glue. If you put down things on a multi-placer, if you put down a bunch of drills and say that they didn't line up properly, all you have to do is you take your single placer, and I always do this with the single placer because I have broken multi-placers doing this, but because it's brass, and all you do is you just move it around with your multi-place or with your single placer, and then you can line up. You can go through and line everything up if you're seeing that they're not lined up properly. And there's one that was upside down, so I just used my single placer and lined it up properly. But that's really all I do for multi-placing. And you'll see that, like, I'll also use like the 10 placer. I won't fill it all the way. I'll put like 5 on it, or I'll put 4 on it, and then I'll just fill in little spots. And I don't know, it's kind of like it saves like a second of time, but it's a lot easier to just keep using the same tip instead of having to switch back and forth from the single placer to the multi-placer and things like that. So even with multi-placers, if I'm feeling really lazy, I'll just put one drill down on the multi-placer, and then I'll just use it to fill in like little gaps or whatever. So that's how I use multi-placers. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. This was a really simple video. I hope that it helped you. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I upload new videos on a weekly basis, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Okay, bye!